welcome back to the Macro Gamer channel. My name is Mark Cassingham. Today we're going back into the sword portfolio. This is going to be as of week 17 for November 9th, 2025. So let's get into the numbers. This is our weapons of finance. This is our sword strategy. This is our ancillary portfolio. This is an offensive strategy focused on long-term and high growth potential, aggressive volatility and risk, and you're going to see that volatility this week because it's been volatile. Focused sector investments, targeted stock opportunities, and streamlined management. So we're going to go through that. We currently have our portfolio net worth for week 17. We're at $273.19. We have a total gain of $23.28 and a money-weighted return of positive 13.52%. That's for 17 weeks. We have our weekly data for week 17, so it's going to be the past 7 days, going back to October 31st. This is, we have a loss, not negative. We have a loss of $30.86. Like I said, it's been a volatile week. And we have a money-weighted return of negative 10.15%. So, took a hit this week. Then we have our portfolio monthly data for week 17. This is the past 30 days, going back to October 7th. We have a loss of $31.18. And we have a money-weighted return of negative 10.68%. So this past 30 days. Then we have our quarterly data for week 17. This is the past 90 days, going back to August 7th. We have a gain of $19.62 and a money-weighted return of positive 9.96%. Then we have our all-time data for week 17. This goes back to portfolio inception for July 11th, 2025. We have a gain of $23.28, as we said at the beginning, and a money-weighted return of 13.52%. That's what you saw at the beginning. So that's our all-time data. Then we have our weekly percentages. So we had a really bad week, so a lot of stuff is down. Over the past 7 days, our biggest gainer was Rivian, up 12.21%. And our biggest loser was SMR, down 32.39%. So you're going to see a lot of losing this week and month. Then we have our portfolio monthly data for week 17, so the past 30 days. Our biggest gainer was Rivian, up 16.76%. And our biggest loser, again, SMR, down 22.89%. Then we have our quarterly percentages for week 17, so this is the past 90 days. Our biggest gainer still Village Farms, up 86.19%, and biggest loser still SMR, down 25.40%. Then we have our all-time percentages for week 17. This is since the portfolio started, July 11th, 2025. Our biggest gainer was Village Farms, up 133%, and our biggest loser is SMR, down 21.79%. Those are all-time percentages. And we have no portfolio transactions this week. So that's it for weekly numbers. So now we look at our charts. So we have ARK ETF. So you already see this droopy dick pattern happening right here. So now we're kind of coming down. So maybe it's time to add an arrow. But we're going to make it look really bad. There we go. Make that red. So now we're heading down. So we were up to the right, then we went sideways, and we're up to the right, and we're going sideways, and now we're coming down. So we're seeing a sell-off here. So again, this is as of last week, is a big sell-off and everything. Same thing with now we have a new low here. We have a new low here. We're gonna probably have a lot of red arrows this week. Woo, how far down does that go? Fucking things in the way. Make that red. Copy that. Oops, delete that. What the hell? There we go. Oh, it's coming off the chart. There we go. It's blending too much. I don't like that. There we go. That's better. All right, so that's our pattern. So it's gone up, gone sideways, come down. So I said a lot of selling off this week. Let's look at. Oh, it didn't copy my arrow. What the hell? There we go. I'm in so much trouble today. There we go. Can I copy this arrow? Thank you. So this is our Consolidated Water. So we have a bit of sell-off right here. So up and to the right, a little bit of sell-off. We have Village Farms, and the same thing. Having a sell-off. I can actually make this longer. So everything's coming down this week. So we had a big run-up and a sell-off. Everything's coming down. Coinbase just continuing. Coinbase just continuing. Looking bad. Right? So big sell-off. Should be dick pattern right there. Stratasys. Oh, Stratasys. Big sell-off happening right now. Big sell-off happening. Oh, get out of the way. There we go. So, Stratasys coming down. Everything's coming down. Woof. Everything. Oh, take that back. Rivian. Trying to come up, trying to keep up with this pattern, but it's been going sideways. That's the only one that's been up right now. Palantir, short drop. Has to be expected. It's a big run up. CRISPR, oh man, big drop. There we go. Up, down, right? Look at these patterns. Very, very typical. AeroVironment, oh man, coming down. AeroVironment's been coming down. There we go. The selling off. Okay, up, down, same thing. And Rocket Lab, oh, the limpest of dicks. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at the limpness of this. Wow, so bad. All right, well, that's the patterns. That's the charts. So, big sell-offs this week. Big sell-offs. Maybe we'll see something in the news. Let's see. Start with, pardon me, take a drink. ARK ETF. All right. November 2nd, ARK Invest filed for a new actively managed ETF called the ARK Yield Strategy ETF, which provide exposure to ARK Innovation ETF ARK while using a volatility harvesting strategy via synthetic equity-linked notes to generate additional income. The fund is set to become effective on January 12, 2025. So put bonds in it? Is that what it is? November 3rd, 2025. ARK Invest purchased a total of 238,346 shares of Bullish across 3 of its funds, including ARK. November 4th, ARK Invest sold over 35,000 shares of Palantir Technologies across multiple funds, including ARK, ARKW, ARKQ, ARKF, and ARKX, ahead of the company's earnings release. November 5th, ARK Invest acquired 521,867 shares of Pinterest across its funds, including ARK. November 6th, ARK Invest bought over 3 million shares of Archer Aviation across several funds, including ARK, ARKQ, and ARKX. November 7th, ARK Invest purchased 105,013 shares of Bullish with allocations to ARK, ARKW, and ARKF. Alright, so just a lot of buying and selling. Got NuScale. NuScale supports major SMR deployment announcement. NuScale Power Corporation announced its support for Entra1 Energy's agreement with the Tennessee Valley Authority, TVA, to deploy up to 6 gigawatts of NuScale small modular reactor SMR capacity across TVA's 7-state service region, representing the largest SMR deployment in U.S. history. Hope it happens. Key partners in joint venture. The project involves collaboration between TVA, Entra1 Energy, and NuScale. Entra1 Energy serving as NuScale's exclusive global strategic partner via their 50-50 joint venture, Entra1 NuScale LLC. Project scope and application. The initiative plans to deploy 6 Entra1 Energy plants, each powered by multiple NuScale power modules, to deliver firm 24/7 baseload carbon-free electricity for uses including power generation, hydrogen production, district heating, desalination, that's the one, desalination, and industrial process heat. Broader impact, The deployment aims to enhance U.S. energy security and leadership in advanced nuclear technologies, meeting growing demands from hyperscale data centers, AI, semiconductor manufacturing, and critical infrastructure with scalable, safe, and reliable power solutions. Right. Consolidated Water, November 3rd. Consolidated Water Co. was awarded a contract to construct a wastewater recycling plant with a 200,000 gallons per day capacity and 600,000 gallons of treated water storage for a San Francisco Bay Area golf club, a golf club of all things, utilizing membrane bioreactor technology to produce high-quality recycled water for irrigation. Gotta support the golf courses. The company announced it will hold an investor conference call on November 11th, 2025 at 11 Eastern Time to discuss its third quarter 2025 results following a press release prior to the call with management presentation and Q&A session, and a replay available until November 18th, 2025. Gotta get that golf course. Excuse me. Village Farms, executive appointment on November 6, 2025. Village Farms International announced the hiring of Brian Ellis as Chief Information and Technology Officer, CITO. In a newly created role, Ellis will oversee the company's enterprise IT architecture and technology strategy to support global growth and digital transformation initiatives. It's good when they create a brand new role, because that means to fire that person, all they have to do is dissolve that position. So he's easily fireable. Upcoming earnings released. Village Farms International is set to release its third quarter 2025 financial results on November 10th, Monday, at 7, followed by a conference call with management at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time to discuss the results. It's Village Farms. Coinbase, November 5th. Coinbase reached a 21.5 million euro settlement with the Central Bank of Ireland over critical technology errors that allowed suspicious transactions to go unscreened. November 4th to 5th, Coinbase reported third quarter results, including 1.87 billion in total revenue, record stablecoin revenue of 355 million, and derivatives trading volume reached $840 billion. Oh my god, driven by the acquisition of Deribit. November 5th, Coinbase's shareholder letter highlighted Base as the leading layer 2 network by activity, USDC reaching an all-time high market cap of 74 billion and over 100 million spent via the Coinbase One card since launch. Coinbase partnered with Citi to develop digital asset payment capabilities for institutional clients, focusing on stablecoin infrastructure and embedded wallets. Coinbase Institutional released its monthly outlook, describing October's market sell-off as a necessary reset that cleared excess leverage, with institutional capital rotating towards EVM chains, real-world assets, and yield protocols. I believe EVM stands for Ethereum Virtual Machine. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong urged U.S. Congress to eliminate capital gains taxes on Bitcoin used for everyday payments to boost adoption. Of course he would. Brian Armstrong predicted the U.S. government will eventually hold $1 trillion in Bitcoin reserves as part of a national strategy. Of course he would say that. Coinbase added Astar Networks Astera token to its listing roadmap, signaling expanded support for crypto adoption and investment opportunities. Bitwise Asset Management filed Form A8A with the SEC for a spot Dogecoin ETF. Don't do it. Utilizing Coinbase custody as the custodian and targeting automatic approval within 20 days if no objections arise. What the fuck? Don't do it. Coinbase released a cryptic message hinting at a major announcement scheduled for November 10th, sparking speculation on potential new features or initiatives. Coinbase advanced its involvement in the 402 payment protocol, a new standard for AI agent micropayments on the internet, addressing limitations in traditional small value transactions. Okay, a lot there with Coinbase. Stratasys, November 6th. Stratasys participated in the U.S. Navy's Trident Warrior 25 exercise, demonstrating distributed manufacturing capabilities in partnership with FleetWorks and the Naval Postgraduate Schools Consortium for Advanced Manufacturing Research and Education, COMRE. The initiative supported the Joint Advanced Manufacturing Cell with field deployable 3D printers and on-demand production from Stratasys direct across 7 global sites spanning over 8,000 miles, producing lightweight, corrosion-resistant polymer parts compliant with U.S. military specifications to enhance operational readiness and reduce reliance on traditional logistics. November 4th to 5th, coverage emerged on Stratasys' recent launch of the I-AM Marketplace, a hardware-agnostic platform offering a wide selection of polymer additive manufacturing materials, engineering services, and products from brands including I2, Forward AM, and Nexa 3D assets. The independent subsidiary aims to streamline procurement, foster supply chain agility, and expand access to certified and third-party materials for broader industry adoption, with an official event scheduled for November 18th as Formnext 2025. Okay. Rivian. Q3 2025 financial results release. On November 4th, Rivian announced its third quarter results, marking the first time the company achieved positive gross profit, all shit, driven by increased vehicle deliveries and advancements in cost reduction. Workforce reduction announcement. Rivian initiated a cost-cutting initiative that includes laying off approximately 4.5% of its employees as part of the broader efforts to streamline operations amid EV market challenges. CEO compensation package. On November 7th, Rivian approved a new long-term incentive plan for CEO Robert Scourge, consisting of stock options tied to performance milestones that could vest over several years. R2 launch confirmation. Rivian reaffirmed that production of its upcoming R2 midsize SUV remains on schedule for the first half of 2026, with validation builds anticipated by the end of 2025. Charge port actuator issues. Multiple owners of 2025 Rivian R1S vehicles reported failures in the charge port door actuator, prompting service appointments and discussions on potential widespread defects. Volkswagen partnership progress. Updates highlighted the strengthening joint venture with Volkswagen, focusing on software and services to improve margins and support future EV platform development. Tariff cost relief. Rivian noted easing pressures from tariffs on imported components, which is expected to aid in reducing production costs moving forward. Increased market competition. Ford begins delivering its new Ford F-150 Lightning EV pickup to Illinois dealers, intensifying competition for Rivian in the regional electric truck segment. I thought I saw a post that Ford was thinking about discontinuing those. So we'll see about that. Palantir. Q3 2025 earnings report. Palantir announced its third quarter results on November 4th, 2025, reporting revenue of $1.181 billion, a 63% increase year over year, with U.S. commercial revenue surging 121% due to strong demand for its AI platforms. CEO's performance claim. During the earnings call, Palantir CEO Alex Karp described the quarter as potentially the best performance a software company has ever achieved, highlighting exceptional growth in AI-driven operations. Controversial fentanyl comments. On the same earnings call, CEO Alex Karp criticized the U.S. response to the fentanyl crisis, arguing it would be far more aggressive if the 60,000 annual working class victims were instead elite Yale graduates, and emphasized Palantir's role in combating trafficking. Okay, calm down. Healthcare partnership. Palantir entered a strategic partnership with the Joint Commission to leverage its software for improving patient safety and elevating healthcare standards across organizations. Automotive expansion. The company extended its 5-year collaboration with Lear, aiming to integrate advanced data analytics and AI to transform automotive manufacturing and technology processes. Innovation awards. Palantir was recognized by Dresner Advisory Services with multiple 2024 awards for excellence in application innovation and technology innovation, underscoring its advancements in AI and data platforms. High school hiring initiative. Palantir launched a fellowship program hiring 22 high school graduates for full-time roles, skipping traditional college paths as part of a push for merit-based talent amid criticisms of higher education's flaws. long-term business resilience, and analysis highlighted Palantir's durable business model built on government and enterprise contracts as likely to sustain success as AI market enthusiasm cools. Man. CRISPR. Whew. A lot of reading today. Positive phase 1 data for CTX310 announced. On November 8th, 2025, CRISPR Therapeutics released results from its ongoing phase 1 trial of CTX310, an investigational in vivo CRISPR-Cas9 gene editing therapy targeting ANGPTL3 to treat cardiovascular indications driven by lipid disorders. Whew, mouthful. Efficacy highlights. The single-dose treatment achieved deep and durable reductions, including up to 89% in circulating ANGPTL3 protein, up to 84% in triglycerides, and up to 87% in LDL cholesterol, and the highest dose cohort, with effects persisting through at least day 180 in some patients or participants. Safety profile. CTX310 was generally well tolerated across all dose levels, with adverse events primarily mild to moderate. No dose-limiting toxicities or treatment-related serious adverse events were observed, and all infusion-related reactions resolved within discontinuation. Presentation and publication. The full data set from the trial was presented as a late-breaking clinical trial at the American Heart Association Scientific Sessions 2025 and simultaneously published in the New England Journal of Medicine. Next development steps. CRISPR Therapeutics plans to initiate a phase 1b expansion trial for CTX310 in the first half of 2026, prioritizing patients with severe hypertriglyceridemia. Whew, what is that word? And mixed, dyslipidemia, in collaboration with the Cleveland Clinic. I shouldn't be laughing. Those sound horrible, but damn, those words are complicated. Okay, AeroVironment. Number 3, AeroVironment announced a partnership with OpenJAUS to integrate the JAUS standard into AV Halo command software, aiming to improve interoperability and reducing training time for operations across various uncrewed systems. On November 5th, AeroVironment teamed up with AESI to develop next-generation counter-unmanned aircraft systems for the U.S. Army, focusing on advanced air and missile defense technologies. November 6th, AeroVironment was selected by the Defense Innovation Unit for Project Artemis to advance long-range one-way uncrewed aircraft systems, including its Switchblade loitering position. Okay. Last but not least, Rocket Lab. Globalstar satellite contract delay. MDA Space and Rocket Lab announced a further delay in the delivery of 17 low Earth orbit satellites from Globalstar, pushing the timeline to mid-2026. Globalstar will impose liquidated damages as a result. Oh, so it's Globalstar's fault? Oh no, they will impose. Yeah. Successful IQPS satellite launch. Rocket Lab executed the Nation God Navigates mission on November 5th, successfully deploying the 6th Earth imaging satellite for Japanese operator IQPS from Launch Complex 1 in New Zealand. Securities class action lawsuit notification. Law firm Lowy Dannenberg issued a notice on November 4th regarding a class action lawsuit against Rocket Lab, encouraging affected investors to contact them for details. Oh my god, another lawsuit. Escapade Mars mission components shipped. On November 9th, Rocket Lab satellite components developed in Auckland for NASA's Escapade mission to study Mars' magnetosphere. That sounds so cool. Departed for the United States ahead of a planned launch aboard a Blue Origin rocket. Q3 earnings preview. Rocket Lab is set to release its third quarter 2025 earnings report on November 10th after market close, with a conference call to follow. Okay. Fucking made it. Oh my god. Alright, that's just our sword portfolio. So this is our ancillary portfolio. This is an offensive strategy focused on long-term and high growth potential, aggressive volatility and risk, focus sector investments, targeted stock opportunities, and streamlined management. So it's a lot there. It's been a down week for sure, but this portfolio will go on, and it's volatile on purpose. So that's the point. So, anyways, always thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments or criticisms, let me know. Have a good day.